If you spend much time filming on any type of camera that has an HDMI out, you're always desiring a better output monitor. And sometimes carrying all that extra gear is kind of a pain. Well, we carry a monitor in our pocket every single day. That's your iPhone. And today we're going to look at the Accsoon Seemo. This is a device that allows us to use our phone as a monitor on our cameras. And so I have a Sony a7 IV here with a small rig setup on it. We've got the small rig cage and handle. We also have the small rig Mattbox Pro here, and we are going to attach the Accsoon Seemo to this device. It's pretty cool. I've got two different configurations we're going to look at here today. So in the box comes this phone holder that's adjustable and also latches out to size, and very nice phone holder. And then there's an adapter on the back. This adapter allows us to put a Sony NP battery on the back, and we can power our camera with it as well. We also have an HDMI input and the video output here. And so I'll show you how this is going to work. It has 1/4-20 in the bottom. It also comes with a swivel adapter here that you can mount and lock into your hot shoe, but I'm going to utilize what I already have from Small Rig here on this setup. And so we're gonna mount this. We'll just thread this right on like so, get it into place. And I have an HDMI cable here. We're going to connect the HDMI cable to the HDMI input on this device. And then in the box, we need to grab the appropriate cable. Now it comes with two different cables. It comes with a USB-C to USB-C and a USB-C to Lightning. And we are going to use the USB-C to Lightning because the current version of the iPhone that I have utilizes Lightning. And we have a video output here on this side. So we'll plug in video out, and then we will get the phone mounted in. So we'll slide this up. So once we attach it, we just put the battery on the back and we are ready to go. There is an app that it's going to prompt us to download. So I'm going to hit power on here. We should probably pretty quickly, as we power on the phone and the camera, get a notification to download the app. There we go. We'll go into App Store and we will download the app. You want the Accsoon C app, and I'll just click on download. I've already done this on another device, and so I already have the app downloaded on another device. Now that we're loaded into the app, we've got the camera powered on, so you can see the camera's powered on, and we're all connected here. You just hit monitor, allow, and now we are monitoring on our iPhone. Now, I have this tightened down pretty tight, so it's a little hard to articulate the screen, this swivel here from Small Rig, but this one's adjustable and I can move it down and up and angle it. You can see on the top of this mount, there's a cold shoe mount here, should we want to mount something like a microphone. Of course, if you have Small Rig set up like this, you have some alternate mounting points as well. Now, what's cool about this setup, and I'll just adjust this angle a little bit here so that we can see a little bit better. I have it really tight, and you'll understand why in a moment. If we loosen this up a little bit and angle this down, and I can only go so far because of that big battery that I've got hanging off the back, we can make a lot of changes here. Now, not only is this like your typical monitor, we can do things like change our colors, we can load in LUTs, we can do false color, we can view our histogram, we can view different crops and all of that good stuff as well. But what's unique about this is that we could use it as a digital recorder, and we can also use it as something to live stream from. So now with most other monitors, you don't get these features unless you purchase a digital recorder, but then you have to buy even more stuff in order to live stream from it. I can go and tap iOS here. We're gonna go ahead and just make sure we've got all of that set. Now it's actually recording to my phone. So I'm using my phone as a digital recorder, and as I move this around like so and then hit stop, I can go into my Photos app. So let's go into Photos. We'll just swipe down and type in Photos, and view down here. We've got our video and it's playing back. It uses our phone as a digital recorder, and we could actually record right to the phone. This is fantastic for those of you that are creating content. You want it quickly to go out to social media. It's an immediate setup here. Now, beyond that, you can actually go live. By tapping the live button, we have all of these different services, including custom, where we can enter in our stream key and all of that stuff. So YouTube, Facebook, and Bilibili built in. Not sure what that one is, but We've got the popular live streaming, and then of course custom to go ahead and put in the RTMP URL and the streaming code. And you've got different configurations you can save for different streams. So it saves it right into your memory here, so you can go and recall those back. Now, on top of that, you can also do things like take screenshots. And so as I swipe across here, you can see we've got lots of menu items. I can layer on different things like a picture over the top. There's just so many features that are built into this monitor. But what I think is the best is that it is a digital recorder. Now, this is my iPhone, and this might not be exactly what you want to use. We're going to now take this to a whole nother level by detaching the iPhone. We'll go ahead and set my iPhone off to the side for now and detach our cables. We're going to take this to the next level by attaching a even larger screen to this device. And that might be what is useful for you, is a larger type of display. A larger display for me would be an iPad Pro. And so we've got a 12.9-inch iPad Pro, which is, this is overkill, you guys. I can't even get this in my display here for you guys to see just how crazy massive this is. We're going to go ahead and mount that unit. This is the unit that does all the magic work here, is this video adapter that basically takes our video input and video output here, including battery. So we're going to slide this onto the back of this mount. And this is for the iPad Pro, but this is adjustable and fits all large-sized iPads. And then they also make a version for small iPads. This also articulates and gets out of the way, which is fantastic, because if we lean our iPad down quite a bit, we might want to get it out of the way. So this is where we're going to need to tighten these screws down a little bit more. So I'm going to get this set because I need to tighten the tension down for the extra weight of the iPad. And that's what I like about this mount from SmallRig, is that you can adjust the tension. A lot of the other ones are you're just kind of stuck, but this one allows you to adjust the tension based on how heavy your device is. So now we'll come around and plug in. You might not be able to see this because I've got so much going on here, but I'm plugging in the HDMI, and then I'm going to come around and plug in the USB-C. I need to change out for the USB-C cable, the USB-C to USB-C for the iPad. So we'll plug that in to the video out, and then we'll come over to this side here where the USB-C is for the iPad and plug that in, and then just weave the cable through right here. Now we're doing a couple things here, and it was doing that with the iPhone as well. It's charging the iPad, so it's keeping the iPad charged. We've got no video out right now because I need to turn the camera back on, and then we should get a signal here in a second. And there we go. We've got video signal, and I can adjust my iPad down a little bit until we're hitting. So with the iPad, we've got a massive display. This is perfect, especially if you are live streaming and you want that ability to live stream right off your device. This iPad Pro has 5G, and so I can live stream straight from it. And that's what makes this a fantastic setup. Yes, this is a bit much, and it's a bit heavy on the top of the camera, but if I wanted a simple live streaming setup, this is it. If I wanted a large display on my main camera, this is it. And this is just one of many ways to mount this. On this iPad cage, there are 1/4-20s all around it, as well as cold shoe mounts for accessories. And so I can mount pretty much anything to this. I can mount it in any way possible. It doesn't have to be mounted in this way. And then when I'm ready to record, I can record straight to the iPad. It even tells me how much memory I have left remaining on the iPad, which is cool. It tells me the audio input and encoder, and I can make some adjustments to that here with the bitrate for transmission or the record file size limits. And I can also add or delete and customize my menu items up here as well. And then down in the bottom left-hand corner, we can see our video input, which is coming from the camera as 1080 24p, which we can change within the camera, and it will push that straight through to the iPad. And then it also tells me the percentage of battery on the iOS device, which is at 100%. This combination is insane, you guys. This is something that I've wanted for ages on a camera like this. I don't necessarily want the large iPad. I would probably go with an iPad mini. An iPad mini would be the perfect size monitor because an iPad mini, you can also get a iPad mini with data. So with 5G, an iPad mini mounted to your camera, you can live stream to any network that allows you to have that protocol and a stream key right from this app, and I can also record straight to my device as well as a backup. So whether or not I care about live streaming or not, being able to record a backup file to my iOS device is absolutely fantastic. You could do that with an iPad, big or small. You can do that with the iPhone that you use, or maybe a last generation iPhone. You have your old iPhone you haven't gotten rid of yet. You can use that. You don't have to have a data signal. You just have to have it turned on and plugged in, and you can record it. You're only going to need data, whether it be a data signal or a Wi-Fi signal, to do the live streaming. So I think Accsoon really knocked it out of the park with this Seemo device. I think it's just a really neat device that allows you to do so much more with your camera, especially if you're a run and gun shooter like me who kind of does everything on their own. This device is going to add a lot of value to your workflow. Live streaming, I see this working for me in the near future. So definitely check it out. I've got links to it down in the description below. Simple way for you to connect your iOS devices to your camera for capturing, for monitoring, for live streaming, and so much more. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comment section below. We'll see you back in the next one.